Texas African American Museum story feature Mean Joe Green, the heart of the Steel Curtain. On autumn Sundays in Pittsburgh, when the air grew cold and the roar of the crowd rolled through Three Rivers Stadium, one man often stood at the center of it all, calm, powerful, and impossible to ignore. His name was Charles Edward Green. To the football world, he would become known forever as Mean Joe Green. Born on September 24, 1946 in Temple, Texas, Green came from humble beginnings. Like many young boys in Texas, he grew up with a football in his hands and dreams far larger than the fields where he first played. Those early years shaped more than an athlete. They formed a man whose discipline, determination, and quiet strength would one day redefine an entire franchise and inspire generations to come. Green's rise began in earnest at North Texas State University, now the University of North Texas. Between 1966 and 1968, he anchored one of the most dominant defensive lines in college football. Opponents found no easy path through the middle. Runners were stopped cold, often before they could take their second step. The Mean Green compiled a remarkable 23-5-1 record during his 3 seasons, and Green emerged as the undisputed leader of a defense that allowed fewer than 2 yards per rushing attempt. Recognition followed quickly. 3 times he was named All-Missouri Valley Conference. In 1968, he reached the pinnacle of college football honors as a consensus All-American. Scouts across the country agreed this young man from Texas was special. In 1969, the Pittsburgh Steelers called his name with the 4th overall pick in the NFL draft. The franchise, long mired in mediocrity, had no idea that this single decision would change its destiny forever. Green arrived in Pittsburgh intense, competitive, and determined to prove himself. Though his early days included a brief contract holdout and a reputation for fiery emotion, once he stepped onto the field, there was no denying his impact. In his rookie season, he earned NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year honors, a rare achievement that announced the arrival of a new force in professional football. Over the next decade, Green did more than dominate. He transformed the Steelers. At 6 feet 4 inches tall and 275 pounds, he moved with a speed that defied his size. Offensive linemen, some of the strongest men in the sport, struggled to slow him down. Quarterbacks hurried throws. Running backs found lanes disappearing before their eyes. Game after game, season after season, Green controlled the line of scrimmage. He became the foundation of the legendary Steel Curtain defense, a unit so feared that it reshaped how offenses prepared each week. More than a collection of great players, the Steel Curtain was a mindset, and at its center stood Joe Green. Championships followed. 4 times, the Steelers lifted the Super Bowl trophy. Super Bowls 9, 10, 13, and 14. Green was there for them all, battling in the trenches, setting the tone, and leading by example. Along the way came honors that few players in history have ever matched. 2 NFL Defensive Player of the Year awards, 10 Pro Bowl selections, 5 first-team All-Pro honors, and later recognition on the NFL's All-Decade, Anniversary, and All-Time teams. Yet numbers and trophies tell only part of the story. Green was more than a great athlete. He was the emotional center of a dynasty. Teammates looked to him in moments of doubt. Opponents feared him in moments of pressure. Coaches trusted him to anchor the defense when championships hung in the balance. Off the field, however, a different man emerged. Thoughtful, soft-spoken, gracious. The fierce competitor who punished offenses on Sunday revealed a gentle humanity that surprised many who knew him only by reputation. That humanity was captured forever in a simple moment in 1979. In a Coca-Cola commercial that would become one of the most beloved in television history, a battered and exhausted Green accepts a drink from a young fan, then smiles and tosses him his jersey. In that small gesture, the nation saw not just a football legend, but a man of warmth and heart. When Green retired in 1982 after 13 seasons, all with the Steelers, his impact was already etched into the history of the game. In 1987, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, sealing his place among the immortals. Still, his service did not end there. Green returned to the league as an assistant coach and later as a trusted advisor in the Steelers scouting department, helping shape future generations until 2013. Even in retirement, he remained devoted to the game that had given him a platform to inspire. Today, Mean Joe Green stands as more than a football icon. He is a testament to what discipline, resilience, and leadership can achieve. From Texas roots to championship glory, from fierce defender to gentle role model, his story is one of transformation, of a man who helped build a dynasty, and in doing so, became a lasting symbol of excellence in American sports. At the Texas African American Museum, his legacy reminds us that greatness is not born, it is built.